match. 2-1 United.
Ruben Amorim loudly answered the "is he too nice" question at Manchester United with some bold calls for the Manchester derby. Dropping Alejandro Garnacho and Marcus Rashford for the biggest game of his tenure was as big as it comes, and when it paid off, it sent a message to the Man United squad. Ruben Amorim said so himself after the game, that the team proved they could drop anyone and still win, throwing down a gauntlet to the dropped players to fight for their place. However, just a day after that massive call paid off, Amorim seems ready to go a step further and take his first big call off the pitch. Only this time, there's one clear difference from what the previous managers did at Old Trafford. When he walked through the doors at Old Trafford, Amorim was under no doubts as to how big of a job he was starting, and he made sure to make it clear to everyone. So far, he has prioritized performances over results, and that is the right way to go about it, because thinking the opposite way has left United in this position. Now that his big call on the pitch has paid off, he has been emboldened to make some off it, and right off the bat, the first one he's ready to make seems seismic. The Guardian recently reported that Amorim has decided Rashford needs to be sold to reset the culture at the club, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and team agreeing with that assessment. So set is the new regime on this stance that even a January move will be considered, and if Rashford's wages prove prohibitive, a loan will be explored as well. To have a story like this in public just 7 games into his tenure, especially following the call to drop the player from the Derby squad, sends a strong message. Amorim is ready to take his first big call. Man United fans would remember the days when Jose Mourinho tried to shift Anthony Martial, only to be blocked by Joel Glazer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to accept Paul Pogba's wish to leave, wanting to keep only committed players, only to be overruled by Ed Woodward. It wasn't just limited to departures either, as Mourinho wanted to sign Harry Maguire 2 years before United eventually paid Leicester City £80 million in straight cash for him under the Solskjaer. There is a long list of instances where the Man United manager wanted to make some tough decisions to sort the underlying problems at the club, but the board decided they knew better, only to do what the manager wanted to do initially at a higher cost. Martial left the club on a free transfer after his new contract under Solskjaer turned into an albatross around the neck. Maguire, as good as he's been, still is nowhere near worth the money paid for him, and the less said about Pogba the better. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, in contrast, seems to be fully backing Amorim, even leading it to an extent as he's been clear publicly that a reboot is needed at the club. So far, United have either had a powerful manager with a dithering board or vice versa. Finally, there seems to be a performance balance with Amorim and Ineos.